Hi folks, welcome back to my channel. This is Aryan Rajesh again. Series of videos today. Duke 125 comparison. Now we have the big boy, the brother of 390 Adventure, 250 Adventure for us today to review and ride. So we'll do a ride review on the 250 Adventure. So for those who are new, I already ride a 390 Adventure. My bike is there. So this is the 250 Adventure. With almost everything same except the display. I'll speak that in a bit. First impression, it's the same chassis, everything is same except the engine. It gets a 250 Duke's engine, which is one of the smoothest and refined engines in the segment. Okay, the same brakes. So this doesn't have quick shifter, cornering ABS, it doesn't have traction control. Basically they've removed all this jinx out of 250 Adventure. So this gets a ABS, I think a slipper clutch maybe. Very easy to handle. So all the panels, the chassis and the designing is all same as 390s, 390 Adventures. So we don't get anything separate. I see the low end torque is good in this because of the 14 teeth front sprocket. You don't get that instant power in this. Pretty decent enough. This has a 6 gears. Very good for touring actually. I'm used to quick shifter on my bike. I was about to tap without the clutch, then I realized this doesn't have a quick shifter. So I have to blip and then you have to do a gear down. Pretty much flickable in traffic, as you can see, except the handlebar is a bit wide. You have to be careful on that front. Apart from that, it is good. Very lightweight, lighter than the 390 Adventure, that is for sure. Display console is very basic. This doesn't get the TF which we have on the 390s. So this is a normal LCD unit, black and white. We get the set buttons here. By the time this traffic clears, I'll guys walk you through the display setup. So this gets a clock, gear indicator, engine temperature, fuel gauge and the RPM meter. We have the Odo here and we have some information coming up here. So there is no separate switch console like in 390. This is a basic one. All the setup buttons are here for the display. So we have the setup button here. Unlike the 390 Adventure, 390 Adventure is power is more linear in the first gear. This jumps, it's ready to jump. And then we get the same WP Apex suspension. Suspension is smooth. Same windshield setup except the LED lights, we get the halogen main light, and fuel tank capacity is also the same, 14.5 liters tank capacity. Easily flickable in traffic. My height is 5'7". I can comfortably ride this. Of course I will be doing a tiptoe. I can't completely keep my foot on the ground. Apart from that, it is very flickable because of its low weight. Adequate power for touring, for cities too. Low end torque is good in this because of the 14 teeth sprocket setup. Then anything else, brakes, Vibri brakes, dual channel ABS, all those things are spoken out. On 390 Adventure, you have to be right on the gears. Yeah, of course, like in adventure category bike, the suspension is on stiffer side. This comes very much alive when we do off-road riding. I've done many off-road rides on my bikes. You can see the previous videos and stuff, you'll understand. One major difference what I felt from 390 to 250 is the low end torque. But this power is very much adequate for the city and for the highways. Nice gearbox actually. Gearbox is very sleek. I'm planning to do an off-road review if I get this bike for a bit long than what is expected. I feel the suspension is a bit soft on this rather than the 390 Adventure. Superb braking. Very much planted on the road here. One more thing, important thing is about the mileage. Those who are looking for decent power on highways, you can do 100, 110 aramse with this power, plus a very good mileage. So they can go with 250 Adventure with all the luggage setup. More than enough, more than sufficient. We'll have two reviews here. On the city ride review, you guys can see how we can handle this bike in the city traffic. I didn't hit the bumper to bumper traffic yet. The heat dissipation, I'm not feeling any heat on my thighs or anything. Plus the radiator didn't switch on till now. I would have ridden some 5 kilometers or so. We'll do a long ride review once, the touring review on this bike very soon. But for people who have already owned Duke 250, they want to do an upgrade on the adventure front. If they want to ride to the places, they can straight away get this bike, test ride it. It is very good. I'll share the pricing details at the end of this video. Stay tuned. If you have watched till here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Support us so that we'll come up with nice videos in future also. Not only with KTM, I'm planning a couple of videos on other manufacturers also, Bajaj. Post 5000 RPM, the engine becomes very smooth, trust me. Turning radius is also decent, not very bad. Some may expect it's a big bike, it's very hard to turn. Very lightweight, guys. This is running on MRF Mo Grip Meteor M2. Whatever bikes we got, so those were running on Metzeler's Tourance tires. Now the imports have stopped, so they are coming with MRF. Grip is very good, road grips are good. No quick shifter, no traction control, no cornering ABS. So it is very much basic. You get the ABS, dual channel ABS on both the discs. I think we might get a slipper clutch. I am not sure. I'll just confirm that. Rest everything is same as the 390 Adventure. Color schemes are different. 250 gets a orange and a white panels and a black one, which I'll show. We get the WP Apex suspension here. Rest the headlight unit is different. This gets a halogen one with this LED strip, and it's a all LED unit apart from the display. So this gets a basic display. Anything else? Yeah, BS6. It puts out 30 PS of power, and What else? Yeah, same exhaust, same design, everything is same chassis of the 390 Adventure, same seat height. Some may think that okay, this is a 250 Adventure, the seat height would be less, because seat height was a very big concern when 390 Adventure came. So it has the same seat height, 855 mm. I am 5'7", I can comfortably ride this bike. 5'6" also can do, depends on your riding skills and balance, how often you ride and how comfortable you are with the bikes in balancing and stuff. Show you guys how the display looks. Yes, this is how the graphics is. And yes, yeah, we get a charging socket unit also, same as 390 Adventure. So we get this charging socket. Any questions, guys? Post it on the comments or DM me on the Instagram. I'll be happy to reply. So guys, this is the other color which I was talking about. It's a full black and a orange strip one. The one which I rode was the orange and white mix, so you get it in two colors. This is more of a matte finish, which we get on the bikes also, on the 390 Adventure. They have put some luggage setup also here. For this, we'll check on the pricing.